Hi, this is Laurie from Dutchy. This is my post vlog for Eagle C2, week 5, Trouble with Geniuses part 2. So as mentioned in my previous vlog, I asked the students to create a parenting guide using S-Note application with the magazine page function. And within the magazine, I asked the students to record a video and embed that on the top of the page, and then media and pictures on the bottom of the S-Note pages, and with like a title to make it look like a magazine page. In total, there was 4 pages, the title page for the first. Second was the how to be the best parents page, which is really a page where the students had to pick one of the 2 parenting styles mentioned in the chapter. There was concerted cultivation and natural growth. So in that second page, they were to just describe which style is the best parenting style, and then also to outline the benefits of that style. The third page is top 10 tips, so explaining how to execute that style of parenting that they had mentioned in page 2. Again, concerted cultivation or natural growth. And finally, the fourth page is some sort of family activity that the students come up with, or a kit for new parents. Starting with things that didn't work for me, my very first class, it totally slipped my mind when I was creating my task sheet. So I had 4 roles laid out. Each role was for the 4 members in the group, and they corresponded to the 4 pages in the magazine. So therefore, student 1 would do the title page, intro and conclusion. Student 2 would the how to be the best parent. Student 3 would do the top 10 tips, and student 4 would do the family activity or parenting kit. And again, like I said, there was videos in each of those pages. So I totally forgot that sending video files takes a really long time, and it wasted a lot of class time when they all had their recordings on their own tabs, and then we're trying to Bluetooth it to the one tab that was to combine all the magazine pages together. So that caused a lot of stress and panic. So for the following classes, I switched it up where when I gave them the sheet that had the roles, I asked the students to clearly identify and designate one person's tab to be the final presentation tab, which was also the tab that the students had to film any videos on. I found after my first class, the way I created my task list to open to interpretation. So the next time around when I make my task sheet, I'm going to make it more specific. So for instance, if I said script, I'm going to write down, write script in S-Note, have 5 sentences describing blah, 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 embed 3 pictures or graphics into magazine page. So I'm going to be very specific, but allow the content to be created by the students. So what are you doing right now?
I'm going into Cheongdam Media Library.
Oh, why?
Because I have to find a picture for page 1, the title, and the picture of some family education magazine. So I have to type that something that I want to find. And here is some picture, family picture that I will use.
And I actually changed it where I let the filming of the video be optional. So if the students prefer to present live, I let them do that. It's just different on the comfort level. I had some middle school students that were really nervous about being on camera, and yet they were much more comfortable presenting live. And then I had other students that were much more comfortable filming themselves, embedding that into the magazine, and only doing the intro parts and summaries live. So I think that relieved a lot of the stress for the remaining C2 classes that I taught after my first. Also, on top of that, when I do my task sheet, I'm going to put them in order. So step 1, I want them to create the script first. I had a lot of students that were just creating the magazine and doing all the pretty things with the pictures and font and drawings, rather than focusing on the actual substance of the page and then script. And then again, my second and third class, I made everyone write their scripts first and then work on the page, and the quality of the work was much higher. Things that did work for me, though some of my students were a little bit hard to control and I had to monitor them, I do believe that that sheet of tasks really did help organize the project for the students. I really do like having a tangible piece of paper with the tasks on there, whereas before I would just send a media card with the tasks. But when they're flipping through the different applications and they're using video and pictures, it's hard. The media card gets lost in the student book. So again, having that piece of paper there where they can write and plan, it was quite nice, and I will use that again. What are you using?
I'm doing magazine page 3 about top 10 tips to be a parent.
The other thing that worked well for the students that chose to incorporate and embed a video on top of images and text on their S-Note, it was quite nice. So when they just flip the pages, they can just press play and then the video will enlarge to the size of the TV, and it looked quite nice.
Here's our top 10 tips for being nice parents.
So that was my experience with week 5, ECLC 2. I will check in with you guys again when it's week 7. Have a good one.